welcome to the Odds and Ends podcast. Today we'll be reviewing the world's weirdest, recent, and wackiest stories, including edible artwork, a dead drinker ghost, and more.
Whoa!
I'm Abby.
I'm Katie. And let's hear about our first story. Are you ready?
Sure.
A German man was awarded a world record after assembling a Mr. Potato Head in how many seconds?
I'm gonna go with 42.
Wrong. One more guess?
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Oh boy. 33.
Wrong. 12.11 seconds.
Dang.
His name was Andrei Orlov, and he was a serial world record breaker with 100 titles to his name. He assembled a Mr. Potato Head with a blindfold on. Orlov also had won previous awards for drinking
an entire milk jug.
Capri Sun in how many seconds?
0.3.
Oh, no, you are wrong. I believe it's 12.32 seconds. Hey, I was catching up. I had done it in 15 at home. Just saying.
Yep. Good job.
For our next story today, we have
an interesting story coming to us from Britain. For King Charles's coronation, a very elaborate bust was constructed over 4 weeks out of a very delicious material, chocolate. Not only melted chocolates, but it was decorated with small chocolate bars like Twix, Milky Ways, and Malteser teasers to truly capture his ornate uniform. The chocolatiers watched hours of footage of the king in order to make the bust look perfectly realistic. How many chocolates do you think were melted to create the 23-kilogram bust?
ooh, 1,200.
It was actually closer to 2,800.
Ooh.
I believe it was 2,895.
Well, I was only half away from that.
You were quite a ways off. This bust is going to a museum. Do you think that's a waste? Like, should they have eaten it? Because I would like a bite.
I don't know the laws of preservation on chocolate, but I personally would have eaten the whole thing, and I don't know how they're going to preserve it.
That's what I was going to ask. How do you preserve chocolate? Does chocolate go bad? I mean, I think it does. Do you have to put it in like a really cold room or something? I don't know. I thought that was interesting.
I'm not sure about that story, but if you think that story is weird, how about our next one?
Oh boy.
For our third story, a suspected blank is seen knocking over glasses at a local pub.
Raccoon?
No. Something heavily debated on.
Is it a ghost?
Yes. For our third story, a suspected ghost is seen knocking over glasses onto the floor and shattering them. The pub owner in England believes it's an old patron who's now watching over the bar. It's believed to be haunted due to the 2 main instances caught on camera where drinks were knocked over and shattered unexplainably. What a fun guy. You know, I had this kid in my 6th grade class that would knock over my water bottles and glasses. Whoa. When I told the teacher, she said, maybe he just likes you. But in my head, all I could think was, maybe he's just annoying.
That's true.
I know I would be annoyed if my drinks were completely spilled over at that bar from previous experiences.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And now our final story today, we have
A story coming to us from South Korea, and a very interesting art exhibit. Maurizio Cattelan, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, is a famous Italian artist, and one of his most famous pieces is called Comedian.
not what we are.
Yep, definitely. Recently, a hungry South Korean college student, No Hung Soo, I think, saw the piece of art and, ignoring the protesting museum worker, snatched it right off the wall and devoured the artwork. I'm going to give you 4 options. This piece of artwork is an actual painting, a statue made of cheese, seaweed hung from the ceiling, or a banana taped to a wall.
This is interesting. I mean, it would make sense if he was a rat. The cheese one would make sense, but I don't think he's a rat. So I'm going to go with C, seaweed hung from the ceiling.
It's actually D. It's just a banana taped to a wall.
Oh, wow. I could never.
What do you think this actually represents? Honestly, I don't know. It's literally just banana.
I would like to think it's part of the evolution theory where people originally thought we were like monkeys and the banana is just a representation of what we used to be. Not at all?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's fun.
There's no clear explanation as to what it means. It just exists.
Just like me.
Yep, that's about right. What do you think this piece of artwork costs?
I think this piece of artwork costs $1.6 million.
That is way too high. It's $120,000, I believe.
Oh. Yeah, that's more reasonable than...
That's more reasonable.
That would be a really expensive banana. Well, this podcast has been really fun today. Signing off, I'm Katie Long.
I'm Abby Cunningham, and this has been Odds and Ends.